Good evening, Cassie. This is Hell's Unicorn here, one of your subscribers. Been following you for a couple months now. I think actually I discovered you because you had actually subscribed to my channel first. Never really got around to thanking you for that, but I guess I am now. Well, anyway, I saw the latest video you just put up, and I figured it merited a response since most of the responses that you tend to get, video responses, some of them have been positive, but a lot of them have been pretty negative and belligerent, and I just thought I'd give you a little change of pace. It might shock the people that subscribe to me, and probably the ones that subscribe to you, by hearing me say this, but what you've revealed doesn't really surprise me all that much. Not so much in the sense that I wasn't surprised that it was particularly a body alteration such as the one that you got, but more the fact I've always believed that people have their reasons for right or wrong, in most cases wrong, but people have their reasons for the views that they take and also the amount of passion that they put into them. I don't think experience alone really determines that, but it tends to amplify it. And there's a good amount of righteousness that I think comes into your revulsion towards popular culture and neoliberal politics. It's kind of justifying in a way when you think about it. I mean, the end results of what you had done to yourself, even though now you've corrected it, thankfully, so I might add, there's good empirical studies indicating that breast implants can often be a contributing factor in higher breast cancer risk, and it's definitely a good thing you got those things out of you. I'm not really big on those things myself. I've never really understood that. The same reason I've never really understood why people go for these male enhancement products. I mean, is a one-night stand really that important that you're really willing to blow thousands of dollars on it? I mean, it's sort of telling of what kind of society we are, or what we've become. But when you think about it, this whole concept of reconstructive surgery and making yourself look like anything else except for what you are, it's kind of what we've come to want as a society. It's sort of an institutionalized sense of self-loathing, and it's very liberating to free yourself from that, and it's very easy to become brash and maybe to an extent proud of it, and I think that's probably how you might come off to everybody else, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, sometimes in order to get people to hear the truth about how things have become, you gotta smack them over the head with it, because otherwise they'll just say, oh, that's your opinion and I respect it, which is a cop-out. If everybody respected each other's opinions, society wouldn't make progress. I think we're often at our best when we're disrespecting each other, not being outwardly belligerent, but disrespectfully honest, I think. I think there's merit to occasionally being disrespectful, and experience has taught me that I'm equally as capable of that as anyone else is, even though I tend to try to keep my language a little more subtle. But I'm digressing here. I guess the main thing that I just wanted to say is that even though I'm not really big on pride, and in a sense, I'm proud of you for doing this video and telling people the truth about what you've experienced and why you've come to the views that you've held. And maybe I can augment the point that I think you were trying to make a little further by saying this. Popular culture, to an extent feminism, although in a different respect, and all of the other sort of variables that are shaping modern politics drive us towards a certain worldview. And that worldview is one that I believe makes us more likely to pursue frivolous things such as breast implants, male enhancement, and other things that get us away from the basic pillars of human truth, which is life and the continuation of life. I mean, people risk their own lives in the name of superficial beauty. I don't think I need to go into what's happened to Brittany Murphy, a wonderful actress that basically committed a slow form of suicide through unnatural dieting practices and drug use. And, you know, really when you think about it, what's the real distinction between loading yourself up with poison to try to achieve a certain appearance and getting some kind of reconstructive surgery done? Be happy with what you have, because more often than not it's more than you actually end up finding yourself wanting, if that makes any sense. But anyway, Cassie, I think out of all the recent videos that you've done, this is probably the best one. Definitely the most real and the most genuine. Not to say that your harassing of the neoliberal Noam Chomsky meets Al Franken movement isn't genuine and very much amusing, but this kind of stuff I think is a little bit more universally acceptable. And I think maybe with time some of your detractors may see a little bit more, just be able to gaze a little more into your reasons behind being the way that you are and why others are the way that they are and the reason why they are passionate in their opposition. But I'm not going to go to the bank on it, because the truth is that people see what they want to see and then they move along. Take from that what you will. With prudence to myself and benevolence to you, good evening.